A Dalit rape survivor and her family have locked themselves up in their house in Uttar Pradesh's Sitapur. The minor girl and her entire family are scared due to threats that they are getting from the accused. The terrified family members have not stepped out of their house for the last 9 days. The family claims the teenager was gang raped at knife point in front of her family members on the 1st of September. The girl has also recorded her statement in front of the magistrate, but the family is still allegedly getting death threats and have now built a brick wall around their house.
हम रोड पे खड़े हुए थे और ये कुंदन ने निकरा हमको खींच ले गए, बाग को हमारे साथ गलत काम किया और ये 3 लोग खड़े हुए थे। जब भाभी हमारी चिल्लाने लगी तो इसने सलाह लगा दिया, कहीं तुमने जो चिल्लाया था तुमको भी मार देंगे। तो जी हम यहाँ बयान दहन की हमारे साथ बलात्कार हुआ।
किसके किसके नाम कोर्ट में लिए थे?
जी सुनील और बब्बुल और कुंदन।
Shocking state of law and order in Uttar Pradesh. Amir Haq is now joining us with more details. Amir, it's simply shocking that a minor girl who was raped now has no safety. Even though she's recorded her statement to the media, also she's pointing out the accused and people who raped her. And the family is so scared they've been inside their home for 9 days because the accused is threatening to kill them.
Quite right, Maha. In fact, the family alleges that the rape happened on the 29th of August in the morning when the girl went towards the fields to relieve herself. The main accused, Kundan, it is said that overpowered her and raped her even before she could call out her brother. By the time the brother reached there, she was already, gang raped by Kundan and 2 of his accomplices. Well, surprising and shocking is the fact that the police, once this victim family reached the police station to get a complaint, rape FIR registered against the accused, the police only charged the accused under section 151, which is perhaps the lightest of the sections available in the Indian Penal Code, and that too relates only to disturbance of peace. It was only later, 2 days later, on 1st of September, that they were finally charged under section 376 IPC, which means rape. But the accused ever since have been on the run. They are absconding as far as the police sources tell us. But the family, the victim, the Dalit victim family says that the accused are still very much there in the village and openly threaten them against, either pursuing the matter with the police or, going further in the court against them. So clearly, shocking negligence by the police as far as this matter is concerned. Also because it was just last week when a rape victim was murdered in broad daylight by the accused itself, who was again out on bail. So clearly, the fears of this family are not unfounded, and that is why perhaps they've put up this brick wall against the walls of their houses just in order to protect themselves.
Amir, what is the administration doing about the situation? Is the family, has the family been promised any protection?
Well, the administration does say that, all sorts of police protection is available for the family. But the fact is that this is really a far-off village where there are only a few Dalit families, although the other majority in the village is that of people belonging to the OBC community. But definitely these Dalit families actually have nobody to turn to as far as their safety is concerned. And so far, the administration and the police has done very little as regards their safety. Now, since the story is out in the media, the police is on its heels now. It does say that they will provide them protection, but so far, nothing much has happened.
Vikram Singh, former DGP Uttar Pradesh, is also joining us on the phone line now, sir. In a situation like this, where a terrified family has not stepped out of their home for 9 long days, and this minor girl who has already been raped is now being threatened by the accused, what kind of protection can be provided to her? What action can be taken against the accused by the police immediately?
Nothing shocks and surprises me any longer. It was the duty of the police to provide a well-armed police picket in the village to safeguard the interest and to give them a sense of safety in the village itself. This did not happen. Then they should have gone for the immovable and movable property attachment. All the property should have been confiscated and attached. That did not happen. then there should have been a handsome reward from all the accused. That has not happened. I don't know what the compulsions are there for the police to have such magnanimity towards the accused of such a horrendous crime, and the police will have a lot of explaining to do. It was only after the media intervention that the police put their act together, and I'm given to understand that they're probably sending reinforcements from the police lines to this village, but too little coming too late, and the credibility is at an all-time low.
So shouldn't the policemen also be held responsible for dereliction of duty? After all, they have failed to provide protection to a minor girl who's been raped, and the accused, are roaming about free, threatening this little girl.
Obviously, the SO and the CO should be suspended. You may recall when I was the DGP, I would travel, even if it was at 6 locations, to give the Rahat Rashi to assuage the feelings of the family and do whatever I could in my small way in such cases. I'm the Director General of Police. And then when you have somebody at the top saying, "Bacche to galti karte hi hai," I don't know on whose side are you. Are you on the side of the rapist, or are you on the side of the aggrieved? And if this be the signal that you are giving, it is no surprise that policemen behave like delinquents. You're very right. The SO and the CO should be placed under suspension immediately.
So I'll request you to stay on with us. We also have with us activist Kavita Krishnan joining us on the phone line. Kavita, you just heard the ex-DGP Uttar Pradesh saying that action should be taken against the police for dereliction of duty. They have not provided protection to this minor girl. But this seems to be happening so often in Uttar Pradesh, and the government not taking note of this.
No, it's worse than not taking note. The government, and unfortunately that is true even for previous Uttar Pradesh government, not just for this one. I disagree with the DGP there. My organization, the IPA, has been taking this up for a very long time. The issue that successive UP governments have actually been giving a green signal, a signal to the perpetrators of sexual violence against women, that they can have a free hand and enjoy impunity. And the current UP government and UP Chief Minister and the leader of the ruling party, obviously they are, I really would like to ask them that when a 16-year-old child is raped and her family has to hide in fear because they are trying to seek justice, then how can he continue to say boys will be boys, and he of course will give us the great yarn on how poor people cannot rape a woman and this and that. This kind of statements by him are a direct incitement to sexual violence, and they encourage sexual violence. At the same time, the role of the police, that is why I'm saying that I disagree with the former DGP who spoke, because unfortunately this has been the case for decades in Uttar Pradesh. Our organization has been working there, and there have been multiple incidents of this kind in which survivors of sexual violence have had to hide, even in the previous government. They've had to cower in fear because they have been subjected to violence for having raised their voices for justice, especially where Dalits are concerned, where Dalit women are concerned, and this includes even when Madam Mayawati was the Chief Minister. Unfortunately, even then Dalit women were not safe. Dalit women could not speak up without facing consequences.
All right, Akhilesh Pratap Singh of the Congress party is also joining us on the phone line. Sir, this state of affairs seems to continue in Uttar Pradesh. Now this minor Dalit girl and a family have been locked inside the house for 9 days out of fear of being killed by the person who is accused of raping this minor girl. What is the opposition doing, sir? The case of lawlessness in Uttar Pradesh, but you all are just letting the government get away with it.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. कई जगह भी इस तरह की और घटनाएं हुई. कांग्रेस पार्टी ने उसकी आवाज उठाई. अभी कुछ दिनों पहले सदन में भी हम लोगों ने सब दलित महिलाओं के ऊपर हो रहे अत्याचार के ऊपर आवाज उठाई थी. सरकार को घेरा था, सरकार को मजबूर किया था त्वरित कार्रवाई करने के लिए. अब ये बड़ा दुखद है कि प्रशासन, और प्रदेश प्रशासन हो, जिला प्रशासन हो, वो चीजों को गंभीरता से तब लेता है कि जब विपक्ष के लोग या दूसरे पॉलिटिशियंस उस पर दबाव बनाते हैं, जो कि उनकी जिम्मेदारी होती है कि अपने आप चीजों को गंभीरता से लें और निष्पक्ष भूमिका निभावें. ये जो ट्रेंड बनता जा रहा है जिलों में, ये बड़ा गलत है. और बार बार हम लोग जहाँ भी हमारे जिला यूनिट को जानकारी मिलती है या हमारे प्रदेश यूनिट को, हम लोग इस बात को उठाते हैं और सरकार पर दबाव बनाते हैं. अभी कुछ दिनों पहले ही, 2-3 दिन पहले ही मऊ में इस तरह की बात थी. कांग्रेस पार्टी ने दबाव बनाया और इसी तरह की घटना हुई थी. वहाँ अधिकारियों पे भी कार्रवाई हुई और जिन लोगों ने किया था उनके ऊपर भी कार्रवाई करवाई गई. हम ये कहते हैं कि ये दबाव बनाने की नौबत नहीं आनी चाहिए. ये गलत है. तुरंत त्वरित कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, निष्पक्ष भूमिका दिखनी भी
But
चाहिए।
Akhilesh, Mr. Akhilesh Pratap Singh, the cases in Uttar Pradesh of lawlessness, of crimes against women are going up. You are saying you all put pressure on the government, but clearly it's yielding no result there.
देखिए, सरकार को ही काम करना है, हम लोगों को सरकार को इंगित करना है, सरकार को मजबूर करना है कि निष्पक्ष भूमिका निभाए। आप देखें, हमीरपुर में जो 1 महीने पहले हुआ, हमारी कांग्रेस पार्टी ने किस दिन लड़ाई लड़ी, प्रदेश अध्यक्ष गए, पूरी कमेटी हमारी गई, वो जिस तरह से इसी तरह के महिला के ऊपर अत्याचार की बात थी, वहाँ खड़े होकर के निष्पक्ष न्याय करवाया गया। हम यही कह रहे हैं कि हम लोग जब खड़े होते हैं तब न्याय क्यों होता है? अपने आप जिला प्रशासन न्याय क्यों नहीं करता है, खास तौर से महिलाओं को लेकर के? कांग्रेस पार्टी कहीं भी किसी भी प्रकार के अत्याचार अगर होता है, विशेष तौर से दलितों, गरीबों और महिलाओं पे, तो सबसे पहले हम पहुंचते हैं, हम आवाज बुलंद करते हैं, उनकी आवाज उठाते हैं और उनकी लड़ाई लड़ते हैं, और ये लड़ाई हम लड़ते रहेंगे।
All right, Akhilesh Pratap Singh, many thanks for speaking with India Today. There, the opposition says that they will continue to fight against the rising number of crimes against women in the state, put pressure on the government, but clearly no results can be seen at this point, where the accused in this particular case in Sitapur is continuing to dole out threats to the family of a minor Dalit girl who was raped some time back. Let me go back to Amir Haq for more details. Amir, has there been any word from the government at all?
Well, no, Bahab, no word from the government as yet, because perhaps the district police hasn't done enough. They're not even prepared with the details of the case, before they could go ahead and brief anybody senior in the government there. So it took perhaps the media reporting for the police, which is immediately placed close to this village where the victim family resides. It was much later with persuasion from the village elders that they finally went ahead and registered an additional case of rape against them, because initially what they registered against the accused was a case only under section 151, disturbance of peace. So clearly the police was not inclined to take any action against the accused, also maybe because they belong to an influential local family. Well, it still remains to be seen whether the police can get its act together and finally go ahead and arrest these accused who are openly issuing threats to the minor girl and her family. Because although the police, as per its own record, says that they are responding, but they are very much there as far as the local villagers and the aggrieved family is concerned.
And look at this, the family has had to build a concrete wall around its house to protect itself from the death threats that they're receiving from the accused. A person who has already committed the crime of raping a minor Dalit girl in Sitapur is now openly doling out death threats, not just to her but her family as well, and the police just sit and watch in Uttar Pradesh. Taking a very quick break now. News and updates will continue